welcome to A&E TV. Today we're joined by our own Editor-in-Chief, Lara Mansour. Good morning, Lara.
Good morning.
Thank you for taking the time to join us.
It wasn't a long ride.
And to kick things off, can you talk us through your morning routine?
I wake up very early at 6 o'clock to be with the kids before they get ready to go to school. They have their breakfast, I have my coffee with them, and I head to the office after.
Okay. And obviously we know we have created the ATV platform. What was the idea behind that originally?
I think we are at a time where we really miss real inspiring stories. We are at a time where we are overexposed to so many shallowness and unreality through social media, and it's something very natural because this is what we're exposed to. So the concept came from really creating a platform that engages daily with our viewers and actually gives them something, to introduce them to faces, to stories, to real examples of stories that were turned into success after being challenges at one point. So we created this concept only to add a source of inspiration to the real people that want to know real stories.
Okay. And obviously a lot of the people that we've spoken to are women. So how do you think the platform is inspiring women and empowering women to get their story out there?
With what we do, it's our job to really invite people. As I said, when we introduced this concept a few months ago in a teaser, I said, bringing together people from different walks of life that will share real stories. We have a big chunk of our guests that are women, but we also have the men. Our objective is not only to empower women, our objective is to empower men and women. I mean, I'm definitely a feminist, you know, but I think we all need sources of inspiration. We all need empowerment. But let's start before saying like, how do we empower others? Let's just dig in and start empowering ourselves from within. Our job is to give inspiration, but the first and foremost thing that should be done is basically listening to your inner power.
Okay, and I think obviously a key point with that is about having confidence. So how do you feel about confidence? Do you think it's something that you're born with or something that you learn to have?
I have two scenarios for this question. The first scenario would be definitely you were born. It's something innate. It comes within to be a self-confident person. But then again, there's life being a school with expertise, with experience, with the highs and lows of life. You become immune and you learn. And the more you are experienced, the more you are confident on how to take your second move or your second decision or how to react. I think this is a form of education that you build it. You complement what you already have. You make it stronger, but it definitely comes from within.
Okay. And also you are a mum, of course. And why do you think it's important to empower your children?
The why or the how.
Right.
The why, it's a must. The why is a must because you are the first role model that the kids look up to. You are the first interaction that they have. So a lot of your strategy on how you're raising your kids will define and shape up who they would become later in life. Now, I have two kids. One is 8 and one is almost turning 5. And we are at a very critical time in their life on how you're shaping up character, especially if you have a boy, and my eldest is a boy. You really want to teach them the no's and the don'ts, but at the same time, we should always remember as parents that you cannot diminish a character, and you cannot be, you have to say no for the right reasons, because that would really impact the character of your kids. So every parent has a specific formula that would work because not every child is similar to the other one. but empowerment is giving them confidence. That is what empowerment is. And at the same time, when you want to say no for the right reasons. That's the simple ABC of where to start from.
And sticking with being a mum, obviously we know you have a very busy home life and a very busy work life. So how do you balance the two?
I try. I try. I mean, the nature of what I do is very demanding. The responsibilities are a lot. But I try. There's no magic formula. I already said it a couple of times before to my friends, to the people that always ask me, like, hey, you spend your life on a plane, how do you balance? You know, what I believe in that is every woman does what she feels comfortable. She tries to find a balance. As I said, there's no successful or a handbook that you can follow to make it right. When you are satisfied with what you're giving between your life, your family, your work, your friends, then you are already on the right track. But don't wait to from anyone to dictate how much you should spend versus what's right or what's wrong. There is a million book in the market that would tell you, you should do that, you should do this. You know, I'm totally with the fact that you follow your intuition, you follow your capabilities, and don't just do what makes you comfortable as a mother. You cannot have it all. We try.
Okay, and what would you say is your biggest achievement so far?
It's a very broad question. I have so many things that I'm proud to share, but the thing that the most profound thing is motherhood, because I feel it was such a blessing of completion of who I am. At certain points in your life, when you start growing, you feel always that there's something that you're missing. But when I became a mom, I felt like this really a nourishing achievement that I added to my life.
Okay, and what about the biggest challenge that you face?
Professionally, it's sustaining what I've achieved. The challenge is not reaching to be successful. The challenge is when you're there to maintain everything that you've done. And with such situations where the market is going, it's on constant development and evolvement and growth. You have to keep up with the speed and to keep up with the pace. And that's basically a challenge. Thank God we earned the credibility, the trust, and the appreciation of our readers, our viewers, our clients, our advertisers, because they really understood that we stay true to who we are, to what we offer, to our journalistic integrity, and to our voice.
Okay, and what is there that you still want to achieve?
It's a long list. I could spend hours telling you. Let's take the near future professionally. Speaking on around the spectrum of A&E, probably to start taking A&E to borders beyond the Middle East borders, and developing more and more the communication channels that we offer under A&E as a magazine, and a big plan for AETV very soon.
Of course. And obviously we know you travel a lot. So what do you think travel brings to you as a person?
I'm a person that always travels with an open heart and fresh eyes. I believe that we go to schools and universities, we get the education for us as individuals. Travel basically is a major form of cultivation, because it exposes you to different cultures, you meet different people, again, from different walks of life. You polish your communication skills, and it really educates you on how universal and global your thinking should be. And first and foremost, the acceptance. This is something you nourish with travel. The acceptance of others, the bridging of cultures that the travel give you. I believe travel is a mean of luxury for whoever can do it and enjoy it. And I believe basically if more and more people travel around the world, we'll have less problems, we'll have less wars, because you would really understand people from their own, from their own area and culture.
Okay. And do you have a professional and personal role model?
On the personal level, I look up to my father. I have a lot of his values. I really admired his ethics, and I came to appreciate them more and more the more I grew older, and once I became a parent as well. One of the most important things that I took from him is basically staying true to who you are, respecting your voice, never compromising your values to satisfy others. Just stay genuine and be yourself. And professionally, I wouldn't think of anybody. I mean, I'm a person that's inspired by everything around me. I'm a positive person, and I think anything positive around me, surrounding me, would inspire me in a way.
Okay. And what about your personal and professional mottos? What are the mottos that you live by?
Professionally, never give up. And personally, believe to achieve. I mean, in a way, they complement each other. So it's like always believe to achieve and never give up, no matter what the circumstances may be. Always challenge no one but yourself.
Okay.
And that's the way to move forward.
Okay. And if you could give your younger self one piece of advice, what would it be?
Never take things too personally. Never take yourself too seriously. And keep it up.
Okay. And what would you tell yourself 10 years from now?
In a way, the same thing.
Okay.
Keep it up.
And what do you say no to?
I say no to hypocrisy. I say no to injustice. And I say no to no.
Okay. And are you reading a book at the moment?
Yes, I actually try lately to read a book a week when the time allows. So it's either before bedtime or on the plane. I like to read books that add to my information. I read recently a book by Jack Ma, that's the founder of Alibaba, and it was so inspiring to read his quotes and all about his expertise. The book's name is called Never Give Up, because in a way it attracted me because of the name.
Yeah.
It's part of my mottos, so definitely I was interested to read it. So yeah, that was the last book I read.
Okay, and for our final question, how would you like the world to remember you?
As if they do, as a loyal friend and as a hardworking woman who worked really hard to achieve what she believed in, who never compromised her ethics, her values, and who stayed true to what she stands for.
Okay, perfect. Lara, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much, Lindsay. Thank you.
And thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.